Ghana Smart Schools project is in alignment with government's promise to enhance the free senior high school program, leveraging on technological advancements to enable students compete globally.
The history is that so many are excluded. So many are excluded from educational opportunities. And the quality of education tends to vary a lot between the privileged schools and the underprivileged schools, between the rural and the urban. And even within the urban, there are more, high-flying schools than others. Then the whole issue of teaching, who has access to the best teachers, who has access to the textbooks. You could have, when I was growing up in Tamale Secondary, we were writing one A-level subject in literature, and we didn't have the book. We didn't have the book, but we're going to be examined on it. And that is but you see that the inequality in opportunities is very, very stark. And so we made the case that going digital through these tablets and loading all the material, the textbooks, the lesson notes, the past questions, the videos, to see some of the best teachers teaching mathematics. So if you want to get a sense of how this topic was treated, you can have access. And this is the work of Sendlos and all of that, which is reflected here. And so we are looking at equalizing opportunities across the schools, across the regions, across the whole country.
The future of our education system is what we are witnessing today. A live participation from our schools across the country. The first of its kind at this Ministry of Education. The future is here. We are actually embarked on an agenda for the transformation of Ghana. The future of Ghana couldn't be brighter than what we are seeing. We are on a trajectory to a great future. And I can assure you, under Akufo-Addo, a foundation has been laid.
This is a program designed to revolutionize our classrooms in our senior high schools with innovative technology to make teaching and learning much easier. The introduction of the One Student, One Tablet program represents a visionary step towards bridging the digital divide and ensuring that every student in Ghana has access to the transformative power of technology. By placing a tablet in the hands of each student, we are not only providing them with a window to a world of knowledge, but also equipping them with the skills necessary to succeed in an increasingly digitalized world.
The Ghana Smart Schools project was launched on the 25th of March in Accra, Ghana by President Nana Akufo-Addo and his Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia. The project is designed to equip students in Ghana's secondary schools with requisite technological skills, with about 1.3 million students set to receive one tablet each. The tablets are preloaded with educational materials for easy access by the students. Ghana's president says this aligns with the government's promise to enhance the free senior high school program to enable students from Ghana compete globally. President Nana Akufo-Addo talks about how the Ghana Smart School project fits in his government's digitization agenda, championed by Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia.
On 27th February 2024, whilst delivering the message on the state of the nation to Parliament, I intimated that government had begun the rollout of the one tablet per student policy at all senior high schools. It is intended to be a great tool to help bridge the gap between disadvantaged and privileged students. Today, I have the singular honor of launching officially yet another intervention to add further impetus to what I've already described as a transformative policy that has broken myths and liberated minds, the free senior high school program. Ladies and gentlemen, education is not merely a right, a privilege. We now know that it is a fundamental right whose enforcement empowers individuals, transforms societies, and propels nations towards progress and development. As we gather here today, let us reflect on the crucial role that education plays in shaping the destiny of our nation. Indeed, education is at the center of poverty eradication. It therefore explains why, against all odds, I went ahead to propose and subsequently implemented the Free Senior High School Program, popularly known as Free SHS, in September 2017, 9 months after I took office. From the initial annual enrollment of 422,940 in 2017, some 503,000 children entered senior high school this year, the highest ever enrollment of children into senior high school in a single year in our history. With 5.10 million children having so far benefited from this SHS policy since it was instituted in September 2017. The considerable budgetary allocations within the period, totaling some 12.8 billion cedis, amply demonstrate the sheer determination by the Akufo-Addo government to ensure that education becomes a catalyst around which the future transformation of our nation will revolve. I'm particularly proud of how in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic and other dire economic constraints, we've been able to sustain the free senior high school program and advance it even further with the addition of TVET and STEM without compromising the needs of the lower level of our education system. Again, I have on a previous occasion touted my administration's monumental strides in the digitalization agenda and singled out for praise the leadership role of my excellent and indefatigable Vice President, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, the man all of us, including even his enemies in the MDC, called Dr. Digitalization. Through his sterling efforts, transparency, efficiency, and accountability in the public sector have improved significantly. Under my direction, government took a decision to align the digitalization agenda to education improvement initiatives, from pre-tertiary all the way to the tertiary level, which is the reason for today's function.
Ghana is in the fourth industrial revolution, and we want to lead. You know, in the first industrial revolution of the steam engine, Africa was not part of it. The second industrial revolution came, electricity, were at the fringes. The third industrial revolution of the computer, we used them, but did not build them. Now we are in the fourth industrial revolution, time of the artificial intelligence, robotics, a time when we can combine biological and the physical, the electrical, bring about innovation that the world has never seen. The time of YouTube, where you can go in and see what the people have done and do yours. This is the moment of Africa. And this is Ghana's moment. And I'm super excited that we get to embark on this after proving ourselves to secondary education from a little over 800,000 And now in 1 year, we have 504,000 students enrolled in our senior high schools first year. From a little over 800,000, today we have 1.4 million students enrolled in our secondary schools. Not a week passes by without the ministry receiving a delegation of chiefs asking for a STEM school. The STEM agenda is moving, and it's moving fast.
This nation, your nation, my nation, our nation, Ghana's educational journey has come a long way from the shackles of colonial rule, where schools were a privilege, not a right, reserved only for the children of the elite, while the masses stumbled in ignorance. To then when the flames of independence were lit and with it a burning desire to learn and to break the chains of ignorance that had bound us for far too long.
Then public schools sprouted across the land, opening the doors of knowledge bit by bit. Yet the path was still lined with hurdles. Crumbling infrastructure, lacking resources, overcrowded classrooms, ill-equipped libraries.
Policies emerged to bridge the gap, expanding facilities, training more teachers, but financial barriers remained a challenge, excluding their intelligent minds trapped in poverty's grip.
Until the day a revolution dawned, the free SHS policy, a dream realized, dismantling the financial hurdles, making education a right, not just a privilege.
For the first time, I, Edmond Kweku Asumi, could dream. For the first time,
I, Abdulaziz Khadija, could finally dream.
For the first time, we, the students of Ghana, could dream. For the very first time. Aspire for heights our parents could not fathom. To become engineers, professors, doctors, to become fashion designers, teachers, innovators.
Uplifting ourselves, our families, and our nation. Yet, even as we bask in this monumental stride, the world continues to accelerate ahead, leaving us grasping for a new digital future where knowledge is boundless, accessible, and engaging. So today, I ask you, to dream with us.
What if every student's journey was transformed? If the tools to conquer this digital age were quite literally at our fingertips? Imagine. What if tablets became our portable libraries, loaded with a universe worth of knowledge, constantly updated, nurturing curious minds to explore, question, and innovate without limits?
Citation honoring to His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, with profound gratitude for your visionary leadership and your commitment to transforming Ghana's educational landscape through the implementation of the Ghana Smart School project. Mr. President, your dedication to equipping Ghanaian students with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution is truly commendable. The Ghana Smart School project stands as a testament to your resolute determination to provide all students with access to comprehensive teaching and learning management system, digital learning content, and electronic devices, thereby democratizing education and fostering an environment of equal opportunity. Through this groundbreaking initiative, you have paved the way for a paradigm shift in Ghana's educational landscape, breaking down barriers and empowering students across the nation to embrace the digital age with confidence and competence. Your vision and steadfast leadership have set the stage for a transformative journey, one that will undoubtedly shape the future of countless young minds and propel Ghana towards unprecedented growth and prosperity. On this auspicious occasion of the launch of the Ghana Smart School project, we extend our deepest gratitude and admiration for your priceless contribution to the nation's development. You have laid the foundation for a brighter tomorrow, where education is without barriers. Presented to you with the utmost respect and appreciation, Ministry of Education. Thank you.
Preceding the presentation, the Minister has a few remarks.
Mr. President, the student has said it all, and we are grateful. But Mr. Vice President, today has finally come. A week did not pass when he called me and said, "What are we doing? What are we doing?" Mr. Vice President, it's here today. Mr. President, we are grateful. We are grateful.
Secondary school students got the opportunity to engage with the Vice President Mahamudu Bawumia and the country's Minister of Education, where the students asked the Vice President what the government is doing to ensure that students achieve their potential.
I believe that education is not just about reading books all the time. Whatever our social environment all counts up. And we study 9 subjects, yes. And then with these 9 subjects, most of the students don't know their potentials or their capabilities. So what are the measures to be put in place to make sure that they discover these potentials?
I think that we are sort of having this great opportunity to have the whole world at our feet with these tablets and the access to information. And I would agree with you that we are doing relatively well in Ghana. And this is why we continue to top the WAEC exams in West Africa. But I think that in terms of knowing how you are going to proceed going forward, the various interventions that we are putting in place at the primary school level, at the junior high school level, will give us a much broader canvas to paint on. So that, as the Minister was saying, if you look at the new schools that we are putting in place, you're going to be able to collapse 10 schools into one in a community. And all of them will be there. Best teachers, best smart classrooms and all of that. And so you will have a broader base of knowledge moving from primary school to junior high school than currently, from junior high school to senior high school, and progressively on to tertiary education. So we are widening opportunities and making opportunities available to all of you. You know, for some of us, when I went to senior high school, those days were pretty tough. In Ghana, the books we were writing exams on, we didn't have the books, and it was a big problem. But we are making sure you guys don't suffer those sorts of situations. You will have a whole, availability of a whole set of resources on these tablets, and I expect us to continue topping the WAEC and move further to others in the future. Thank you.
It's an exciting day today. if you are flanked by the future leaders of our nation, and we mean it when we say that, to our party and our government and our ministry, it's not a cliche when we say you are the future leaders. That is why great investment is being made in you. That is why dilapidated structures are being pulled down in their places, new schools are being built. That is why we're able to prevail upon the World Bank and Arab Development Bank to give us the opportunity to build new schools, and we are building new schools. We truly do not want to leave any child behind. And I'm excited to have students coming from across the length and breadth of this country, including my own Bosomtwe, here today. And Bosomtwe, this is their 3rd year of operation. With a new vision of the Vice President and the President, we have affiliated them to Wesley Girls. 4 weeks ago, when we were at Wesley Girls with the President, Bosomtwe students had gone there to learn the Wesley Girls way. So in 5 to 10 years' time, we're going to get a very high-performing girls' school in the rural community where they are located. The future of this nation will be brighter going forward. And I believe that the better days of our nation is ahead of us and not behind us. Make no mistake about it. You're going to have others tell you the sky is falling. Check for yourself and understand that a new path has been created. A new Ghana is emerging. The better days of our country is truly, truly ahead of us. But Mr. Vice President, we are so grateful and I'm so happy, I'm so relieved, because every week he will send a message and say, Minister, how is the project? Mr. Vice President, here is the project.
Sometimes I can be very hard on our ministers. When I'm trying to get a project done, I usually can call them at midnight and this will send a message. But I must say in closing that frankly this is one of the most exciting days since we've been in office, since 2017. It is really a dream come true, because we thought that it was very, very important. I mean, what is the history? The history is that so many are excluded. So many are excluded from educational opportunities. And the quality of education tends to vary a lot between the privileged schools and the underprivileged schools, between the rural and the urban. And even within the urban, there are more, high-flying schools than others. Then the whole issue of teaching, who has access to the best teachers? Who has access to the textbooks? You could have, when I was growing up in Tamale Secondary, we were writing one A-level subject in literature, and we didn't have the book. We didn't have the book, but we're going to be examined on it. And that is the sort. But you see that the inequality in opportunities is very, very stark. And so we made the case that going digital through these tablets and loading all the material, the textbooks, the lesson notes, the past questions, the videos, to see some of the best teachers teaching mathematics. So if you want to get a sense of how this topic was treated, you can have access. And this is the work of SENDLOS and all of that, which is reflected here. And so we are looking at equalizing opportunities across the schools, across the regions, across the whole country, so that the student will have, who is in, Kiriga Primary or anywhere in the country, can have access to the same material that the student in Mfansipim has or Achimota has. So you are equalizing opportunities. So you just now need to work hard. And so that is one area that I think is so remarkable about what has happened today. Let us not take it for granted, because I'm not aware of any country on the African continent that has done so. And I was speaking to the minister before this. I said, how many countries in the world have really been able to do one tablet, one laptop? And he was yet to find one. For all students, he has seen. So what we are doing is very remarkable, very, very remarkable. And I think we should remember this day and build on it. Of course, we have just launched it. Let us make sure that all the tablets are efficiently distributed to all the students. And I am sure that this is going to really open up and allow the students to do even greater things. We are entering into the fourth industrial revolution, and we are going to be up there with any country in the world. And I am excited about that. Thank you all very much. I want to leave the last message I want to give to the students who are here. Never let anybody tell you it is not possible. Your mindset should be one of possibilities. Make sure what we have done today tells you that it is possible. And you should never let anyone tell you it isn't, because it is possible if you apply yourself and work hard. And let us go and work hard. Thank you very, very much.